to another episode of Toro Podcast. We're here with Roger and Pierro. How you guys doing?
What's up, guys?
So, what are we talking about this week?
Well, just we had an awesome workout today. So, just before we get into our topic, Pierro, Jose was like, let's put on Rage Against the Machine and do as much as we can until we can't stand anymore. So we did that, right? We do that. We do all this stuff. He shows me this new magical armband that lets me bench press more weight. That was awesome. And it helped my shoulder. However, the fun part was after we were all tired, he starts doing jujitsu rolls. And
I'm not doing any jiu-jitsu rolls.
Look,
all I did is,
No.
like, I was sitting down and I backwards roll to stand up.
He did some fancy
And he's
shit,
like, I
dude.
want to try that.
No. Pierro, he looked like a swan landing in a lake. Like, it was graceful, right? So I go to try it, right? And I pretty much look like a tree falling down. Like,
Pierro,
That sounds about right.
I'm going to
That
send
sounds
you
about
this
right.
video right now because it's hilarious.
Jose's wife was worried I was going to become wall decor.
My wife opened the door to the basement and was like, what just broke? You know, it's like atomic explosion just happened with Roger falling.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, no, it was a fun workout.
Yeah,
we
that was
definitely, like, got it in. Like, that was really fun. We're still wondering when Pierro.
I was just telling Roger the other day, like, he's getting jacked. Like, you guys are both getting jacked, but you could notice it, you know. And he dropped. How much weight did you drop?
Well, the anabolic steroids help.
Those Trent bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
No, it's a hoagie. It's only a hoagie.
Yeah.
No, there's this drug called Tren. And Trent bologna, get it? All right.
Tren
Anyway.
Oh, got it.
But anyway, yeah, it's a steroid. Yeah. No.
Well, no, I think I'm
yeah,
like down
Roger is
25 pounds, but I'm kind of just maintaining now that the holidays are near, and
Dude, I'm already like
I'm just trying to maintain for now.
I'm down
You're
what I
doing real
gained in Thanksgiving.
Perfect.
And then down some, so back down.
It's like I told you today, like
200.
we had to work out extra hard because of the pizza and wings for the Eagles game later.
I don't watch the Eagles. Are you a football fan?
No,
Stop.
No, absolutely
Stop right
not.
now. Give me
Yeah,
both your man cards. Give the man cards up
No,
right now.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
I don't do any
refuse to
sports.
give. I don't watch sports. I don't follow sports. I mean, I do, but not, football and
Neither do
baseball
I.
and basketball.
But this is the Eagles. It's part of your DNA. You can't deny
That's
it.
fair.
It is fair. It's a fair
that's
point, right? I'm not talking about
Not
the
quite.
Phillies or the Flyers. I'm
Not
talking
quite.
about the Eagles.
Yeah, nah. I follow like F1.
Pierro, prepare the man card removal ceremony in office.
I swear to God,
for
it's
maximum shame and guilt. Shame bell.
But anyway, yeah. So what's the topic?
The topic is useless knowledge, and
knowledge.
I'll kick us off. I know everyone probably has a couple topics we could riff off of, but and I don't know. So a lot of my useless knowledge is probably untrue. So please feel free to call BS on me. But I have one.
Can I preemptively call BS? Because
I was going to say I call BS.
Yeah.
coming out of your mouth.
Let's just assume that none of it's true until otherwise discussed.
and he'll say it very confidently.
like the chicken thing, like the white egg thing, like which is.
It's just the good mark of a good salesman, right? It doesn't matter if it works or not, just
All
as
right,
long
go
as you
for
get
it,
it.
go for it. Hit
All
it.
right. I have believed for a long time that the sole purpose of pink eye was someone farting on another's pillow and then you sleep on it. Is this true?
No.
Yes.
No.
Why?
Fiction, dude.
No.
Fiction.
How? Tell me.
Fiction.
Why? Dude, let me fart on both your pillows and go to sleep. That's
Yeah,
all. Let me
you
know.
can probably get it from that, but like it's not because of that.
Are you sure? It might have been created in a frat house 80 years ago by a bro farting on another bro's pillow.
Dude, all right, yeah.
Dude, you gave me
we
pink
were right,
eye.
Pierro. BS, right away.
BS. Out of the gate, BS.
All right,
what else you
so
got?
we'll have to fact check that one.
I was thinking more useless knowledge, like you couldn't touch somebody with a 10-foot pole. Do you guys know where that come from?
Well, now I do.
Oh, I heard that before.
Lemon.
I know.
Where-
I learned
No,
some
I
useless
don't know
knowledge.
where that came from, guys.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you.
Where's it come from?
So it comes from back in the day when people had leprosy. people used to get poked with 10-foot poles to keep them away from you so it doesn't transfer over to
crazy.
you. So they thought that just keeping them away 10 feet apart is how you keep leprosy from being contagious to you.
I never knew that.
Which kind of, relates to a little bit of the whole 6 foot apart thing that we just had with the whole COVID thing. But yeah. Anyway. But
history repeats itself.
Not to go down that route. What I do want to kind of riff on is we used to have sayings that had a meaning that came from something. These days, the kids just have weird sayings that probably doesn't originate from anything. Like, yo, that's cap. It means like you're lying.
But what does cap mean, though?
Yeah, like where
Cat,
does
what
that
part?
come
Where is
from?
cat? Where does
Am I being like a really old grumpy man when I'm saying like back in my days, like kind of thing? But like seriously, where does all these sayings that the
well,
kids
it's like
have
Riz,
these days?
right? Like you got Riz. Like Riz actually comes from a word, though.
What?
I don't know. I'm asking you guys. I know it comes from a word that's.
I should
I don't
probably
know
bring
what it
in
is.
an expert
Wait,
here
what
and
is-
ask
what
my
is-
teenage son like what is.
What is Riz? I never.
So
even heard.
rizzing up like is like basically flirting or like trying to like pick up a girl.
You got style,
rizz
like, you got
rizz up
chops,
a
like,
girl.
yeah.
You
Always risen.
But there's
dude.
but it's part of it's a play on the beginning of a word, though.
is it?
Yeah, we have to look it up. Or, Pierre, look it up.
Pierro just said,
knows?
Little P just said to me, he's like, you got no Riz.
You have no Riz at all.
That is hilarious. He knows.
So it's funny with the 10-foot pole thing. I also, along those lines, heard that. Like, do you know the reason why? We talked about this a little bit last week, I think, Jose. Why a man walks on the car side of the street, the outside of the sidewalk, instead of the inside of the sidewalk?
That one I do know is because it was if she was on the left hand side, she would be a streetwalker.
What do you mean a
the
streetwalker?
term- the
Okay, so
polite
this is
term
completely
would be.
different than what Roger has.
Yeah, and completely different than what Jose has too.
Yeah,
Really?
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
that's awesome. Friggin'
That's great. All right,
man.
hit it off. So you think it's
Streetwalkers.
because of a streetwalker?
That's
Hoflation's
what I-
on the rise. Streetwalkers all about. So mine it stretches back at I think it's to the like 1800s where if you were walking down the street, people that lived on the top floors in apartments would empty their chamber pots right out the window, and if you were closer to the building, you wouldn't get the piss shower.
Yes,
Yes,
that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
So with yours, I mean, not to go, but like, why would you advertise it by having?
Well, why wouldn't you advertise it if you were trying to get business?
Wait,
right? It
are
makes
you
sense.
saying
Like,
these
oh,
are the
she-
first? This is how pimpdom originated?
Yeah, that is.
Yes,
I'm
wow.
going back.
All
yeah.
right, so from my perspective, it was always a gentleman thing to walk on the side of the road, like where the male is closer to the road, because that's where most likely you're gonna get robbed. So you're protecting
and
the
all this
person.
makes a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
Clearly, Jose is more cultured than we are, Pierro. We're
one's-
talking about
one's
prostitutes
toilet
and piss
humor,
showers.
The other one's talking about like.
Wait. So just let me summarize this. So both Pierro and I believe it has to do with prostitutes and piss showers.
And I think gentlemen,
You think of the shrivelous nature of a man walking a lady down the street.
protect
So
your family. And put them on there. But I still do it to this day. I make sure that the kids and my wife like stay on the inside.
yeah, but now you can say you're welcome. You're not going to get a piss shower.
If we're in Philly, I can't promise
You
that.
can't
though.
promise exactly.
Depends on
It
where
might
you're
still
at.
happen. But yeah, what?
I got
other
a good
useless-
one.
Go ahead.
I got a good one. So caught red-handed. What do you think?
Go for it.
No. I mean, what do you think? Like, where do you think it originated from? Why?
Maybe when you
Give it a
used to
shot.
steal, they used to paint your hand red to show other
No,
people that
man.
you steal.
Whenever
Actually, a good.
whenever you steal
Yes.
something in like Catholic school, wouldn't they just beat the hell out of your hand with like a strap or a ruler and it would turn your
ruler,
hand
yeah.
red?
Yeah.
That's it. So that's it. Whenever you did anything bad, well, at least in the story I heard, like in Catholic school, at least my parents, your knuckles would get beat and your hand would get strapped until it was red, and you'd be forced to write not to do that again with the sore red hand. Therefore, you were red-handed and in trouble.
Dude, these are all plausible, but neither of them right.
What is it?
So English. It relates back to an old English law that stated a person couldn't be convicted of murder unless caught with blood on their hands.
What? It's been so easy to get away with
Wild.
stuff back in the day.
Right?
Just wash your hands.
It wasn't me.
I didn't do it.
I took a shower today. It's not me. It can't be
Well,
me.
yeah, like I mean, like if you're thinking back then, you know, not everybody could.
Well, it was hard to take a bath though back in the day, right?
Dude,
Oh, that is true.
Yo, I'm glad I
like,
wasn't
people
alive
would go
before
months.
modern plumbing was invented, man. I'm really glad. Like, it's the one thing I don't think I would ever want to live without. Like, Matt, what do you do in the wintertime? You got to get the buckets of water, heat them up over the stove, and put them in the
Oh,
bath.
you're rich if you can do that, though.
Yeah, look,
That's the thing.
Would you do just like rub some aromatic leaves from outside on your body? Like, what would you do?
Just I don't know. In Spanish, we call it polish shower. Because it's like just polish here, polish there, and you're done. It has nothing to do with the country or making fun of those people.
I would say that I have
just-
one as
it
well
just-
that popped into my head, but I'm not.
It just has to do because the word is like polaco, you know, and it's a play on words. So it's like polaki, like basically it's like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, and it's just a play on words. That's all. So
All right. I got another one.
Go for it.
All right. So, and you got to tell me what you think, where it originated from. So, kick the bucket.
kick the bucket. Where does that come from?
Yeah. What do you think? Come on, give it a guess. I mean, you guys like what you came up with. I feel like was plausible. Like that could totally be it.
I don't know.
Kick the bucket. So,
Like kick the bucket, basically meaning that you're gonna procrastinate and you're going
You're going
to
to die.
Huh?
You're going to die. Kick the bucket.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you're going to die.
that's
Oh.
exactly what. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're like you're kicking the
Yeah.
bucket like you're gonna die. I
Yeah.
thought like kicking the can down the road kind of thing, but never mind.
No.
Oh,
Kick the bucket. So
kick the
yeah,
bucket,
someone
like,
someone is passed away. Yeah.
That's interesting.
All right. So it go ahead, Raj. Give it a shot.
Now I'm going to say, like, I have nothing, man. Nothing other than like there's some, you died and there's some nasty fluid in a bucket and someone kicks it to get it away from them. I have no idea, man. Why is that a saying?
No. So it's believed to originate from the practice where a person standing on a bucket with a noose around their neck would kick the bucket to commit suicide.
Whoa, I never thought of that's perfect.
Wild. Right?
That is dark.
Wow. I mean, everybody's, yeah, like there's no getting away from the noose unless you're like,
That's crazy. Yeah.
kick the bucket.
That got
yeah.
dark really quick. So, what's on your Amazon shop list? A bucket, rope.
No, yeah, no, I get it. I get it now. That makes a complete sense. Kick the bucket with your foot.
So, what else do we got here?
Come on, Raj. I know you got some good ones. Jose, you're
I don't.
full
You
of-
have like terms. I have more like ideas that are completely and utterly useless and wrong. So like I often wondered, and not to turn the podcast nasty, but what's the difference between a silent but deadly fart and a regular fart? Why do regular farts that come out faster
I'm
and
not
louder
very
not
good
stink?
at explaining, but I'm very good at showing. Give it a minute.
glad I'm remote.
Well, look, you just think about it, right? Like, think about the requirements that define a silent but deadly, right? For one, it's been in there longer. It comes out slower. It's just marinating. It's percolating in there, right? So if it only comes, it's simple aerodynamics. If it gets the chance to hang out longer, then it picks up the scent more, and when it comes out, it's awful, right? But if you forcefully push it out, it's the air is cooler, right? It's
Bro,
aerodynamics.
science. I love it.
Science of fart. There you go, man.
Love it. All right. So what about the rule of thumb?
What's that? The rule of
Now
thumb?
this one, this is unique and very strange, and definitely not kosher or would not be kosher today. But apparently it was a thing back in the day. Rule of thumb:
Is that like how big 2 inches is or something to like measure something quickly? Or like when a
You would
painter
think
would
like that's a
scale
good
for
guess.
guesstimating scale, right? Because
It's a little
painters in the
it's a
day,
little darker. It's a little darker. Go darker.
Go
I
darker.
mean,
You're cold. Very cold.
what else do you do with your thumb that's darker?
I'll stay quiet on this
All
one.
right, all right, all right.
I mean, it's like, are
You ready for this
did you-
one?
wait,
Go
did
for
you-
it. Go for it.
Believed to originate from an old English law. You ready for this one?
Go for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That stated you couldn't beat your wife with anything wider than your thumb. Wild.
Oh, really? Does that law still exist?
Bro.
Curious, I guess. I'm joking. It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
That is crazy. But understandable.
All right. So what about, let me break in with the Weasel coffee. All right.
Weasel coffee.
Oh, that was a good one.
Weasel coffee. So
Oh.
Weasel coffee is the most expensive coffee in the world, and apparently it comes from these small little weasel-like creatures or rodents that eat a whole bunch of berries and beans and then poop them out. People come and collect them, boil them up, cook them, and they drink that coffee. My first question is, does that coffee taste like shit?
I don't know.
And have you been giving me that coffee unknowingly? when I'm here every Saturday.
There's another one that's like not from a
But that
weasel,
one's
but
actually
from a
true.
cat.
From what?
That is
From a
true.
cat.
I looked it up, validated. That is true. I did not believe it.
Me and
It's
Pierro
called
have
like
cats.
coffee, and it's like this Indonesian like coffee, and it basically goes from this like they go collect the poop of this cat and make coffee out of it, and it's also really really expensive, which makes you think, you know. Are we flushing away millions of dollars every day?
That is a random thought. You ever see that website where you can anonymously send animal poop to someone you don't like as a
I
gift and a
have
present?
seen that.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
How
if
is
you got
that
beef,
legal?
if you got beef with someone, right? It's because it's compost, dude. That's all it is. It's a compost. So they put a turd in a nicely wrapped package and send it anonymously to someone you're having beef with, and they open
Yeah,
up a
and
turd.
you could. I mean, I'm not saying I perused the site or anything, but you could pick different animals. Like, let's
Yeah.
say you wanted to send a gorilla turd to somebody.
That costs
You
more.
could do that.
That's hard to
Yeah,
collect, right? It's
bro.
dangerous to
Yeah.
collect a gorilla turd, right? As opposed to like a cow turd, right? If you're gonna have like, I want a tiger turd, you're gonna pay some money for a tiger turd.
for sure.
How do you know that his tiger turd is not just a collective of a bunch of cats turd?
Because it has stripes on it. It has stripes in it.
On the poop?
Yeah.
This was a Bengal. Yeah.
The zebra ones are really cool.
Dude, it's crazy. You guys ever follow that Instagram page, Boneyard, Alaska?
No, what's
Yes,
this?
I love that. I love it.
This. What is it?
This
Dude,
dude
there's-
is fine. I'll let Jose talk to
It's-
it, but
it's-
it's awesome.
This guy, millionaire, right? Like, made his money off, like, gold rush, everything like that in Alaska. Like, he has all this land, and then this little 5-acre piece of it he dedicates to just washing away the permafrost and finding mammoth tusk and all kinds of like short bare nose tusk and all these like bones and stuff that some people don't even know that they're, you know, they were that type of animal in Alaska. And he's like, oh yeah, I got, you know, 100 of those. And he has like a garage with tubs full of like bones that he finds, and he doesn't care. He doesn't want to sell it. He doesn't want to do anything. He's just like, he's so rich. He's just like, whatever, you know, I just like doing this. He spends millions of dollars doing this, like washing away the permafrost in his land and finding. And you follow that page, and every day he's posting people like basically him finding new stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
It's
One thing that actually happened to him was he was sending the bones out
yeah,
to different places
like
and
museums and stuff. Yeah.
like museums and stuff. And I want to say they were thrown in the Hudson River, like he wasn't getting stuff
So
back. And
so yeah, he didn't get it back, and so the documents from the national, what was it, the New York National Museum or something like that, right? Said that they were dumped in 47th Street, in the Hudson River and all that stuff, and he announced it on Joe Rogan's podcast, and so and he's like, I don't care about getting back. If you guys find it, it's yours. And it's like, here's a bone rush like coming of people scuba diving in the Hudson River trying to find. And the beautiful thing about it is that there are some people that found fragments already in the Hudson River of these like tusk and bones and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah. Like he'll get pictures of it, and he'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, I have like 100 of those, that look exactly like that. I know exactly what that kind of bone it is." And he's hilarious. Like he doesn't care about science or anything like that. He just likes doing that, and he'll be like, "Yeah, if you come and you find a bone in my thing, you become a master boner." and if you find 100, you're a super master boner, and all that. But yeah, apparently he's coming on the Rogan again.
So wait, he finds fossils?
Yes,
All right, so fossils are so plentiful that they can just toss his into the Hudson River.
he has
Apparently.
literally tubs and tubs filled with bone in his garage.
Wait, are they dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs, but the most like he finds is like mammoth. Like he has like full like basically bones of
yeah, and what wasn't that
skulls.
short-nosed bear?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like new? Like that's something that they didn't even know existed up in that area, that
Yeah.
region, right?
The short-nosed bear, if you don't know, it's is a
Wild.
huge bear that no longer lives. But like it's like he'll find like what is that tiger called? The one with the big, is it
Saber-tooth? Sorry.
the saber tooth? He'll find like
Find those?
yeah, in Alaska. Like it's like
Yeah,
who
they
would
were
have known?
They're cool.
Yeah, dude, it's hilarious.
I think we have a podcast trip to the Natural Science Museum planned for
Yeah.
one of these weekends. Yeah. Live. Coming to you live from the Natural History Museum.
No.
Yeah. We could do it.
I told you, man. I don't like to leave my house.
All right. We'll watch a video next.
If the Natural Museum
watch a video.
can come to my house, then yes.
We can dig up some.
So dig up what?
I don't
Bones?
know. You got a whole backyard. Let's start
I'm
digging.
telling you, man. You go 0 to 100 always. Come down.
Yo, all I'm saying is I bet you if we went out there and spent enough time, we'll get the brushes, the shovels, we'll get the cool safari hat. We'll be dusting stuff off just like the archaeologists do. We'll be like, aha, and we'll find something and we can identify it. And then we can play archaeologist for the
Talk
day.
about dark. By I don't know how much you'll like this, but my wife has really dark humor. and my son was talking about like some video or something that looked like our house, and apparently some people died and they buried them in the backyard or something like that, right?
Oh man.
And my wife just go, that's awesome. So when we kill people and bury them in the backyard, we can just say it was all part of that whole thing, and it was before we bought the house.
Wait, are there people buried in your backyard?
No,
Probably.
no.
It was a different house?
It was some video that he's like, but the house kind of looked like ours, like.
God.
I mean, you don't move into a house that has
Yeah.
just built on top of a graveyard. You guys saw Poltergeist, right? Like that's
Oh,
like
for sure.
I would,
Yeah.
I know that's probably a made up story, but I'm not taking the risk. No way.
That's all. What else do we got? Other useless knowledge, or we want to move on to something
yeah.
else?
Come on, cat got your tongue.
All
Man,
right,
I don't know.
go
what
for
I think
it.
about a cat.
All right. So one theory suggests it comes from the Middle East, where liars and blasphemers had their tongues cut out and fed to the king's cat.
Ooh.
Wild.
That makes sense, man. Like, don't spread misinformation. It took us forever, and I'm still on the podcast talking about farting on pillows, and that's the cause of pink eye. But I think that's cat. I'm
So
like,
we got to feed.
but if I said that back in the day, they'd be like, "Guess what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
The king's cat's going to eat good tonight."
And you think you're going to do it again?
I can't get talk anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Oh my God, man.
All right. What about Saved by the Bell? Last one. I'll put
Last
out
one.
there.
All right.
Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell. I don't know. I always thought it was boxing. Yeah.
All right, so a lot of people think that it's not actually from boxing, but it came from a fear of being buried alive in the 18th century.
Oh yeah. I
coffins
remember
were fitted
this.
with bells.
Yeah,
for the
and they used to
deceased.
have it like, and it, like
They would ring
they
it if
would
they
bury
woke up.
it, and
Because
Yeah.
they didn't actually know if someone was sort of dead, they would put them in the box
Sorta
anyway because
dead.
they didn't know what to do. So they would say, like, if they wake back up, they can ring the bell.
that is
So a lot
wanna
of people
say
were
that-
actually buried alive because they were in a coma.
I
They
want
wake
to
back
say
up
that
ring the bell.
happened not that long ago in South America somewhere. They were having a funeral for this girl. She was probably like 11, 12 years old or whatever. And all of a sudden she popped up.
Dude,
Someone
zombie
you'd have to
apocalypse. I'd
fact
be
check me
out
on
of
this.
there.
Yeah, you'd have to fact check me on it. But yeah, it was. Could you imagine?
No, I would be like zombie, and I would be out of there, man. Like,
go and punch her dad. Like,
yeah, like, get back in there.
Get back in there. Stab her a couple times. Like now she's dead. Oh God, that was scary.
Steaks and swear. I think
It
about
wouldn't even be happy. It would be just scared.
All right. I'll give you one more.
for it.
Bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet. Jesus.
I feel
They're
like you
all
guys
pretty
could
dark.
guess this one.
Well-
I think you could guess this one.
I
feel
mean, like, is it like Russian?
to know if
roulette?
it's silver, so you can kill the werewolves or not.
that's a good guess, but no. Cold.
You bite gold. You don't bite silver.
gonna say,
Silver
you-
won't budge.
I don't know. It might taste
Yeah.
different.
The reason
though,
you
than
bite
lead.
gold is because you.
No.
Do you know that?
Yes.
All right. Well,
But-
tell
wait,
them to
wait,
bite the
wait,
bullet,
hold
and
on.
then I'll tell you.
Oh, hold on. No, wait.
Yeah.
So
Go
wait.
for it.
Either if the bullet's made out of lead, you can give yourself lead poisoning and get a little sick. But if you bite, if it's silver, nothing happens, right?
No, go for it. Bite the
not?
bullet. What is it?
So in the olden days, during surgery or amputation, patients were given a bullet to bite on to endure the pain.
Why not a leather
where the
strap?
phrase
Were
came
bullets
from.
cheaper to use?
Jesus.
I can't
Look here,
tell
give
you
him
the
the
reasoning,
gunpowder.
'cause-
That's not poisonous if you ingest it. Here,
Not
bite
at
this
all.
bullet.
Here's a
Don't bite
lead
too
bullet
hard.
to put in your mouth.
Yeah, here's a leaded bullet with gunpowder in it. Don't swallow it.
I'm not saying it makes sense, but yeah.
But yeah, like if you ever watch the Olympics, right? Like, and they win gold, they usually bite the gold medal.
I still don't trust them.
No, but yeah,
Is this a
the
real
reason,
medal?
Yeah, the reason for that is because the gold is a soft metal,
Soft,
Yeah.
very soft, yeah.
and people used to check if it's real gold. They would bite it, and it would leave the impression.
So
Well,
why
it
would you want
depends.
to bend your
It-
Olympic
like-
gold medal?
But really, huh?
Why would you want to mark up your Olympic
No,
gold
but
medal?
it's just like a saying. Like when you're biting the gold medal, it's like a saying like you want the gold. Like you.
So bite it gently. So if
No.
I ever win a gold medal,
Oh my
bite
God.
it gently so I don't mess it up.
Roger, talking to you is like talking to you.
I'm serious. So if you ever find myself on the Olympic podium, I have to remind myself to only bite it gently.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, and just to throw out there, 24 karat way softer than
Yeah,
18
18
karat,
and all that,
way
yeah.
way softer than 14 karat. That's why typically when you buy jewelry, you know, people buy, like if you're going to buy a chain or something you're going to wear every day, you would go 14 karat
Yep.
so that it doesn't get all banged up.
Except
Fun
I don't
fact.
wear.
Pierro, you know a lot about gold. You got the ice over there, bro.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
here's a good useless fact. Do you know why pimps wear a lot of jewelry?
So you know they're a pimp. You know who
Now,
to go to.
Do you know why?
Oh, no.
Take a guess.
oh,
Is it like one piece of jewelry per like employee they have? No.
to show how much money they're making.
No.
No.
The reason why is because when you get arrested, they can take all your money based on the crime that you're committing, right?
But they have to give your jewelry.
But
back.
they
Take your
can't
jewelry.
take your jewelry away, so that's a way to post bail and use your jewelry as a bond.
That's
That makes
smart.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yo, if I ever start running the streets again, better get
Gator
the
don't
chain-
play that.
Gator don't play.
Oh,
Get my chains
God.
back out,
Get your
man.
chains back up. I'm surprised you didn't know this fact then, you know? Never got caught.
I might be wearing chains around my house next week. That's a great one, man.
Oh, man. Yeah. What else you guys have? How's your week going?
It's going. It's going. It's had a lot of training, staying busy. Yeah, but nothing.
I'll tell you
Nothing
a
super.
fun fact out about my life. Yesterday we do the clean the church's leaves for scouts. So
Oh, nice.
do all the leaves for the church. And so after we got home, I looked at my yard and I was like, well, I already got the blower out, got everything, the tarp. You know, let me finish my yard. And I did all of my yard. Got in, and my watch said I walked 10 miles yesterday.
Jeez.
Just doing leaves, basically, up and down the yard, 2 yards, basically. The church is in my.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever bored and want to do more leaves, feel free to,
Yeah,
to
give
stop
me your
by,
address,
bring the
man. No
kids.
problem. Yeah, not. Leaves is tremendous here.
Do you run them over with the lawnmower? Because I do. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. I just put them in a big pile and just hit them. Just hit them with them. Put them in the
I
compost.
don't even do
The
that.
problem with this now is that with the rain and all the stuff is I'm just gonna leave ruts everywhere. That's the thing. So and plus I got the big zero turn, so it's heavy.
Here's what I do. I pretend like I'm cutting the grass. I run everything over, then I let the earth take it. And if it's out front, I have to keep it. Everyone else keeps their front nice because I live in like a neighborhood. Like you live on your street, like the cars will take it away if you blow it into the street. Somebody else's problem, right?
That is such a dick move.
Why? I mean, it comes from the earth, man.
Well-
it's a
well,
gift.
out
You're
here-
giving someone compost.
Yeah,
Merry
but out
Christmas.
here we blow them into the street and they come by with a machine.
Yeah,
and suck 'em up.
Highfalutin,
Yeah,
fancy
we-
New Jersey neighborhood that Pierro's in. Just someone else
not.
picking
Sorry,
up
my
the
taxes
leaves.
are not $18,000 that can cover
My,
pick up
yes,
leaves.
Yes,
It's true.
That is
Do you
fair.
get like
He's not even denying it. He's like, yeah, it's about there.
It just makes me sad. It's that time of year.
Dude, so much taxes, man. I mean, my taxes are
hurts.
high, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember back in before the house got bigger, wasn't that bad. Now it's like, it's like paying rent.
Yeah, but it
again.
depends on how many leaves you have, man. Because if you got like a big giant oak tree in the back and you try running all those leaves over, they're not gonna. By next summer, like a lot of that is still gonna be
No,
there.
The beginning of the year, we got rid of a big maple in front of or oak, or I think it was a maple tree, and one Japanese maple too, in front of the house. So we got rid of 2 trees. The front was so much easier to do now. Now that those 2 big trees are gone.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta send you guys that was one exciting thing this week. The drone footage from the oak tree.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
And
one.
this was like a 70-foot oak tree. Dude, they had a crane out there. They pulled the 800-pound stump over the house. I mean, and then I sold the video to the guy. Well, not sold it, but I said, give me like $350 off the price.
What?
I'll give this to you so you can put it on your website. Dude, he took.
What?
I sent him over
Yeah,
the footage.
that's
He
awesome.
loved it.
That's
he loved it.
awesome.
Yeah. So I told
That's
my mom,
awesome.
go out and buy something nice for yourself,
You
That is
created a
awesome.
free Christmas gift. That's awesome.
That is
Exactly.
awesome. $350 off in it.
Yeah.
See, mine was like the big tree and the maple tree. I think he did it for like $1,000, which is nothing. If he could put the sign up front, because we get a lot of traffic up front, and he
Dude.
put it up for like a month, and I was like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah, you could put a sign where we didn't even get that option, dude. This was like $7,500 to remove this. Yeah,
What? Wait.
$7,500
For one tree.
And you
For
$350
one-
off. I mean, that's
Yeah,
not
7,000.
Listen.
Listen, $7,500 to remove a tree.
yes.
No, bro. Ever no. Never no.
Never.
Ever no. So, dude, I'll hook you up with my boy Rick's. $800.
Well, thanks for telling me now.
$800, dude.
I had four
No,
people
no,
come
no.
out. They all quoted right around the same price. The lowest
They
I
want a
had-
crane.
No, from the footage that you sent me, it's probably out there, right? Like
It was
I
a
would
big-
say
No.
over 5. Yeah, I would.
No,
say over
you
5.
so if you
because
go with
like the footage, I mean, like it was like houses that are close by. It's in the backyard, and it's a massive
Pierro,
tree.
let me tell you something.
Every branch
a-
had to be craned out of there. Like
Yeah.
So-
nothing could have been dropped.
So I had a 50 or 60 foot tree taken down in my backyard. They climbed up there.
Over your house.
It was right next to my house.
They had a spider machine out there.
So
that
they
brought
took a
into
branch.
the
They
backyard.
took it down branch by branch, piece by piece, walked it out the side, ground it up. It was like $800
Stop. No,
with
no,
the
dude,
stump ground, dude. I did it.
What
And
year?
it was like 3 years ago.
No.
1992.
No, it was like 3 years ago. Yeah,
no way, no way. Because
I was thinking,
dude, even in the
4,500.
other house, we had like a big tree that we had to take care of, and it was like $3,000. Like
Yeah.
and no.
Dude, the
Anything
last
in the
estimate I
backyard
got-
where you have like fences and stuff like
Yeah.
that, it starts getting like really, really expensive.
Dude, the 60-foot oak tree in the backyard, I had estimate the pin oak I want to take it down. It's $1,200.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's not bullshit. That's the estimate I got. $1,200.
Does
you
he have
should jump on
insurance?
that.
Yeah, he does everyone in my neighborhood all the time.
He has insurance,
Yeah,
and
not?
he'll put the insurance to your name. Like
I don't care. I don't care what. Like it's as long as he takes a tree down. But
What do you
yeah,
mean you
like
don't care? If that tree falls into your
No,
house,
there's
it's
insurance.
way more than $1,200.
right.
That it's worth
no,
it.
they're not. They don't take it down that way. The last time they were there to take it down, they went to the very top of the tree. They sawed a piece off. They lowered it down.
I
Then
got
they
a pretty
took-
cool video too of
They
like
took it down in
somebody
sections.
cutting down a tree here, and when they're done and they're cutting the bottom and just like the tree toppling over.
Yeah, I mean,
it's pretty cool.
I'm not surprised that like if they're helicoptering parts of the tree back and forth over the house that it was expensive, but the guys that took mine down just took it down section by section. They had a giant claw that they drove. They came up, drove it down the side of the house, put it in the
I
chipper. They were
saw
done.
the footage of this is massive.
big job.
Massive.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
It's still section by section. It's still pretty massive.
Yeah.
I don't think your guy Rick will.
I don't know.
Dude.
First off, they didn't come with a crane. They climbed up the tree, right, and did it with ropes and a chainsaw.
100%. You could do that if it's pretty far, but like this was really over the house. You can't do that.
All those limbs,
Yeah.
like the vast majority, was all hanging.
Oh, over the house. So
Yeah,
once they got rid
yeah.
of those, then they could pull the rest down the
Still.
regular way.
No, they
No.
were still in the bucket truck. They had this spider looking machine, like this. It had like giant hydraulics, so it was real. They could get it small enough to fit it through the fence without having to take the fence out. And then it like had these legs that came out, and then they had wood that they put
to-
under
to
it,
not
and then
go
and
into the grass,
dude
yeah.
was right up in the tree. I mean, it was phenomenal.
That's
I,
crazy.
I always
guess.
get impressed by this stuff. Like I had one time well, even like something as simple as like dropping off a dumpster in your house, and I'm like, oh, that is so cool when they're playing with the hydraulics and like,
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, that is so cool, and they're like, yeah, it's like I don't know.
I was thinking though, if I ever did that as a job, I would want to be the dude in the bucket truck.
I've done it as a job.
Yeah?
Like not with the bucket truck thing, but like I've done it where I've had to like climb trees and do stuff.
Cool. Yeah, no, you could.
It sucks. I talked about it in the last podcast, but basically because we were trying to call you and you're like, I'm busy, with doing this tree thing, and then we talked about you and like, oh my god, we're so impressed, Pierro is taking
Well,
down trees, and then we come to
Roger-
find out you just hired somebody. But it's all right.
Well,
It's all right.
so here's the thing though. Roger is correct. Like the trees in my backyard, we did when we brought them down, and I'm talking big trees. I brought my cousins over.
Yeah.
Dude handed some chainsaws, and we knocked it out ourselves. But this one, because of where it was over the house, there was no way.
Yeah.
No way.
No, but yeah, I've done it before where I had to climb this. I think it was a poplar, so they're kind of thin and tall,
Oh yeah.
and
They're no joke.
dude. But like the problem was that when I cut the limb off, it didn't hit the house because I had somebody else like tie a rope and pull
Yeah.
it to one side,
Swing back at you.
and no, and then the whole limb is just like swaying side to side, and I'm holding on to dear life. Like I have my lineman's rope and all that stuff, but like it sucks. I don't want to do that. Like climbing trees, dude. Climbing, like even doing the gutters here. Like I don't. It's too steep. Like
Your pitch is way too steep.
Yeah,
you need a harness to do your gutters.
Yeah.
Or you get on a ladder and slowly go.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. No, I just gotta hire somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, don't.
That part of my life is.
Pierre,
Don't pay anyone.
do you
Don't.
clean your
I have
gutters?
this philosophy. Don't pay anyone to do something that you can do yourself.
Do you clean your gutters, Big?
Absolutely.
You do it with a you just go out there with a blower and
Yeah, just go out there with the blower and hit it. Yeah, get my echo. Absolutely.
So, backpack?
No, it does not have a backpack.
Okay.
No, I'm not that fancy.
Yeah, I got the big backpack, and I just think that if I get up there with the pitch
it's too
of my
steep.
yeah,
Yours
it's
is way too steep. Your pitch. So yeah,
Yeah.
Pierre, I think my roof and
Get
Pierre's
closer.
roof is
Get
possible.
closer.
I think it's possible to do it on my roof. Like it's not as bad. Like it's steep.
Oh yeah, the
but
pitch on my roof, not the
it's not that
barely
bad.
Exists.
Like I can walk around up there pretty easily.
Yeah.
Safely.
I don't like getting close to the edge, but because if I fall, it's a big deal.
Now I got to do the decorations for Christmas and all this stuff. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't go all out. You know, I might wrap one tree or two trees. But
I just want to get away with
put
like,
a couple riff.
the spotlight, man. Just put plug the spotlight in.
Yeah, you put one light in the ground and put the LED.
Yeah, I've done that
That's
too.
all I do.
I've done that too. You know, like but like but it's funny because one year I totally just didn't decorate at all for Christmas. I mean, we decorated inside. We had the tree and all this stuff, but like outside, just like nah, that's it. And my mom was coming over and was like, "You didn't decorate even for Christmas."
She
Like,
shamed you?
Yeah. And then she was like, "People are gonna think you're Jewish." And I was like, "We are." I mean, my wife, my kids, yeah, like, and I'm 1.8% Jewish according to my DNA, so I'm embracing that side of it. It's like, what's wrong with that? But yeah, like that was hilarious.
So you guys celebrate both holidays?
Yeah, we do both.
Or
Yeah,
oh, that's awesome.
yeah, just lesser gifts on the whole 8 nights.
Yeah.
They're not getting iPhones every week. Every day of the week. Here's 8 iPads. Yeah.
Speaking of gifts, anything like hot on the radar? Because I gotta buy my own gift. So
We talked about this.
nobody
yeah.
gets me anything good, dude. What am I getting this Christmas?
Dude, I don't know, man. That slingshot was really good. I think you'll like it.
That's one for me.
Yeah.
I'm definitely using the slingshot. I'm never
So
going to do
you
bench
saw the
presses
video of
without
me.
it.
Me doing the
I
bench press
did.
with the slingshot, right? So the
Yeah.
slingshot is like a band that you put it all over your biceps and it goes over your chest. So when you're bench pressing, it gives you that assistance at the bottom, so you don't get that shoulder pain. And
that's
it
awesome.
allows you to. So yes, it does give you more power to do heavier weights. So you're kind of like basically can go full range of motion at the same time, can get that assistance off the bottom. So it doesn't count for a PR for what's your maximum on a bench press, but
Right.
it does give you that range. So it's a tool. It's
So
in the
what
tool
it
bag.
what it did for
But-
me was we have shoulder pain all the time. This was
Yeah.
I was devoid of shoulder pain when I used this thing.
Props to Roger here. First time doing 225
Yeah,
pounds.
never go
Get
that
out.
heavy. I never
Yeah.
ever go that heavy.
That's so. What do you do? Just one session where you try to max out?
I mean, normally if you're trying to find your max, you work it out into weeks and say, okay, this week I'm gonna do sets of 5. Next week I'm gonna do sets of 3, and then the week after that you try to go for your max, right? So you do sets of 1 all the way up to the top. So days, I mean, normally I don't go heavy anymore, but every once in a while I'll be like, let me try it out, see where I stand, because I know what my max was before.
Yeah, but dude, I like, isn't that dangerous? You down there like all by yourself, no spotter. Like, aren't you worried?
I work out inside a power rack, and the power rack has safety
Oh,
straps.
it's got a safety one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can send you a video of me failing at a lift before.
Yeah, and even
it's funny.
Yeah, and even when you do fail, like, so it's harder to sit up with on a flat bench, but if you're inclined, it's much easier to roll out and move the weight off you as well. So there's like ways around it. Like, I mean, I've seen guys straight up sit up with it on their lap and throw it away, like jerk it up and throw it, and that's like that's crazy.
To go heavy, it's really hard.
Yeah, well, those guys they're not. I never see that a lot, but
Failing on bench is not that bad. Like
it's not.
Literally like it goes over your side and you just
Failing
kinda
on
like
squat
roll it out
is-
and you sit up. Failing on the squat
is much worse.
it's
That's scary. That's really
Yeah,
scary.
but if you're trying to roll it off, depending on how much weight you got on there, that could be.
It's not. It's you know what? You come over. We'll do a failure round for you. It's not bad. I tell you, it's not a big deal. But if you fail squat, that's much different. Especially if you're half up and you got to let it slide off your back.
I don't know. At my best, I was at $175, and I'm 135 pounds, soaking wet. So
cute.
yeah. So,
But
I mean,
with the
for
slingshot,
me and my weight, that was pretty
That
good.
is
let me
good.
tell you about the slingshot too, because they make ones. I mean, you can use this for a push-up too, but they make ones for push-ups. So I don't know if you have any kind of shoulder pain or not, but I
No.
deal with it a lot, and
Back pain,
so
major.
yeah, so like basically that you can do it, assist you with the push-ups too, so it doesn't hurt your shoulder, and you can
Yeah,
still get
well,
the reps in.
that's part of my workout routine. Is I do push-ups,
Push-ups,
I do
yeah.
the yoga, and then crunches. So I have a little, but I don't do any free weights.
And the other thing that we tried this week is Turkish get-ups.
Oh,
Have you
they
ever
were
done
awesome.
that?
They were
Stop!
cool.
What is that?
Yeah, they were
Dude,
good. You got to
look
watch
up.
a video.
It's complicated.
There's like 4 or 5 parts
so
to it.
you lay down on the ground with a weight on, like propping the weight up on your arm, and then
Okay.
you're kind of like on the other arm, like get onto your elbow, your arm, and you start to sit up, swing your leg under you, and then just kind of like sit up and get up. And so you're doing that while propping a weight up on the like high, like above your head.
Crazy thing. So you made me just think of something. So I was watching a podcast with this fitness podcast, and this girl was saying on there that she can tell how close someone is to death by how quick they can get up without using their hands and only their legs to stand up.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard that?
No.
Yeah, I've heard that before too.
Is that true?
I don't know. I mean, she
probably.
Yes, I'm
seemed
about to
pretty-
die
a,
like
a
next week.
mass overstatement, but yeah, like
I'm about to die next week if that's the case. 'Cause if you put me on the ground without my
we
arms,
knew
I'm
that.
not
That's
getting
why.
back
That's
up.
why we brought Pierro in to kind of like transition the podcast smoothly.
Actually, I can do it. I can do it. I have no issues.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna.
After this, you're gonna
I
try
guarantee
out.
I'll be stuck in your
Dude,
house for a
take a
week.
video, please.
Like, can you stand up without using your hands?
I mean, using my face and rolling to my stomach, probably. Yeah. You have to hold my glasses again.
Oh,
Yeah, this is. Can you please take a video of that?
100%.
Share. I swear I will not share it.
I would never.
I
say
will. Like social media, like
share it with everyone.
stop the presses. This American's top funniest video is still a thing.
It is.
Now it's just a YouTube channel, really. Like,
No, it's on Sunday.
yeah,
It's on tonight. Yeah, 8:00. I don't know how I know that. Useless knowledge.
no, I don't have cable, man. I haven't had
Neither do
cable
I.
in like 12 years.
Neither do I,
do
but
you-
like I still
then
know it's
why
on
do
there.
you-
Why do I know it? I don't know why I know. It's just I shouldn't know it.
That's great.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, making Roger that should be like a whole thing, like making Roger do exercises that he'll fail at, and just do videos of that. That's like a
Well, I mean-
whole.
Yeah, with the knee, can you do squats? Like, should you even be doing squats?
Not now. I can't. My leg days are like no weight. They're leg extensions, calf raises, and bike, and some other like band exercises. That's all I do now for legs.
Well, what about? Have you thought? Do you maybe Jose already has it, but do you have like the weight vests?
I don't have a weight vest.
Ooh,
Dude, the weight vests are pretty cool. So you strap that bad boy on, and say you're going out for a walk and you want to get some, or you're doing like hills. It's good for that. Or if you just want to do squats, without any like holding any weights, right? You just drop the weight.
You realize
weight vest on.
even with your weight vest, I weighed more than you. So my body weight alone, it's you with the weight vest and more.
True. I'm just saying it's it's worth a shot. People.
How heavy is your weight vest?
No, I don't have one.
Okay.
I was watching. Like I said, it came up in this pot. I was like, oh, that's.
weight vest. I was just
I was thinking about getting one.
I just do kettlebells.
So the other thing is the sled. So I bought a mobile sled.
Oh, those are great. Yeah.
So it's raining outside, so we couldn't do that. But today's workout was supposed to be going outside and doing backwards walking with the sled.
Man. So good
like
for your knees.
pulling,
So
like
good.
core exercises with the sled. Do a lot of sled workout.
Oh yeah, that was one of the exercises they were doing with the weight vest was backward hill walks for whatever
Backwards,
reason. Going backwards
Because
is
backwards
a lot more-
walking
your
strengthens the joints in your knee, the muscles around your knee. It strengthens your joints. Is
it's
so
really,
good
really
for your
good.
knee. So good. If you have knee problems and you start backwards walking, it helps you resolve them just
Even
naturally.
if you do like if you have a treadmill and you set it on an incline, and then start walking backwards on the treadmill, it's really
I
really
may check
good.
that out.
Yeah, look up knees over toes, guys.
Knees over toes.
Yeah,
All right.
knees over toes and
It's mobility.
sign up for
It's really like a mobility type strength, like joint mobility guy. Really, really good
the
stuff.
guy really had like surgery in his knee.
Yeah,
said
same-
that he couldn't like do like all these things, and now he can dunk again. Like like the guy. Is
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
beast,
Yeah.
and he's not even like like jacked or anything like
he's
that.
just-
Like
Right.
he's just ripped, but like like
He's like a CrossFit guy. He's like a sort of
CrossFit or all
similar.
steroids.
CrossFit on steroids.
The thing about CrossFit and Jiu-Jitsu, it's like they're all on steroids. Like all the major athletes, like there, because there's
I don't know.
But anyway, yeah.
Where did
Yeah, the
they
whole
even get
testo-
them? Where did they
What?
get them?
What
Anabolic steroids. Where does everybody get them?
you can ask your doctor for.
They can't just give them to you.
Yes, they can.
So if I go to the doctor, I'm like,
T-cell.
yo, doc, I'm
So-
looking to get jacked. Give me the steroids. They'll just give me steroids.
If you're
depending
allowed.
on the doctor,
No.
but yeah, but yeah. So the whole thing is that in sports, they stopped like they some sports like, and this whole came from the whole thing with the baseball and back in the day with like Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa and all them, right? Like they were like
Ripping
ringing
home
out like
runs.
300
Yeah.
home runs all day.
It's
It's just
insane after he started doing steroids.
But anyway, yeah, the whole thing is that when that happened, and people are like, "Oh my god, it's cheating, it's not fair," and all that stuff, and then sports started saying, "Oh, you can't do steroids."
So it's all sports' fault.
It's,
We can't have our steroids.
Sports, but you can do it, right?
It's so
like you
bad
can
for you.
find it, and you can get
So
like TRT is just testosterone replacement therapy,
right.
Yeah.
and if you go to your doctor and you're like, hey, worry about my testosterone levels. Like, let's do a test and see where I come up. And you want to get on TRT, that's perfectly legal, perfectly good way of having some type of, it's not steroids, but it's testosterone.
So wait,
right?
so wait, how do you administer that?
You inject yourself.
I thought they had
Right in the
like
muscle.
a cream you would put on too, like
Cream?
yeah. There was like a topical one because the doctor was like, your testosterone might be a little low. You might want to try out like testosterone replacement therapy just to get your level back up, then you can come off. Right?
For you?
Yeah, so I tried it, right? So he sent it to the store, and it was like lotion. I was like, what's this?
What?
So,
Lotion?
yeah, so
Really?
then I actually had an honest question to the doctor. I was like,
You're
as
like,
a-
I'm
where this is
applying
going.
this
Wait.
to my butthole every day.
Wait, hold on.
Why is it not working?
do I put this on my taint or not?
Yeah, exactly. I knew you were
Do
going
I-
there.
does it work better if it's closer to the source? Like, or is it okay to like put it on my arm? So I actually had to ask a pharmacist that it was like, bro, just like wipe it on your arm. You're fine. I was like, all right. I didn't notice the
Testosterone
difference.
in
I
your
just,
arm?
it's like a lotion.
Oh,
Like you
that
put,
must
I
be
stood
some
and I used it for like
Weak ass shit.
a week, and I was like, yeah, I was like, let me put it in my butt and grow muscles right away.
No, it's not like.
So you're telling
so-
me, so hold on, you're telling me that I can go to my doctor, get the antibiotic steroids, then get the weed, and wash it all down with a case of beer. This is all possibility, right? Because that's like
how
that's what you
you-
could do, right? Is this
The thing
this
is
true?
that,
Yeah.
yeah, but
What?
you can't. There are some that are probably once you start going down like trend and all that shit. I don't even know because I don't do any of that.
I
stuff,
feel
but,
like it's 2 for $5 in the back of the gym.
yeah,
like I
it's
feel like
probably-
that's what it
you're
is.
gonna find the
right?
jack
It's not-
guy in
Well,
the gym and
it
be
used
like,
to
"Hey,
be.
where do
Now
you get
can
it?"
just go to the doctor.
Yeah,
No way.
I
I didn't know that.
Dude, you try one cycle. See if you
Try
I-
one
I-
cycle.
Let's just try
man.
one.
Can you imagine
cycle.
Roger being like
No.
super 300
knew-
pounds,
No.
like of
I knew
muscle?
a lot of guys that were taking the test, and I mean they got jacked pretty quickly, and they
Roger,
said
you-
they felt great.
Yeah, but
What are you? 6'3", 6'6"?
yeah, I'm 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
Can you imagine Roger like 300 pounds?
Jacked.
Just jacked.
He would be jacked.
Jacked.
No.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like- and he just comes in like
Dude, I can see him
nice
lifting
Roger,
cars.
just
I
like
need a
all
bigger keyboard. and mouse.
raging, raging at work, just like,
Dude, he would have to turn sideways to walk through doors.
dude, I get totally just start getting angry, for no reason.
break my office chair. It's too small.
These Foresights updates. Dude, that's hilarious, man. Nah, I don't know. I guess when I'm older, maybe I would look at something like TRT because it's nothing, as long as you're doing it just to replace what you're supposed to be at, I think you're good. But if you start going like double cycles to get jacked, and all this stuff, yeah, it's like, I don't know. But yeah, you can.
Let
go to your
me make
doctor.
my doctor's appointment real quick. This time next year, goal Viking Lord.
Hey, but
What do you want for Christmas?
here's the
Anabolic
downside,
steroids,
right?
please.
Here's the downside: you can get titties. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I have.
Gyno,
Yeah.
gyno. What is it called?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you don't, I don't know. I feel like some of that is,
All right, so Pierro, you try it, and let's see if you grow man boobs.
yeah. No, well, that's the thing is, I don't feel like I work out enough to.
No, just let's see what
want-
happens if you take it without working out.
Yeah, oh, so I'll just be a guinea pig for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Get none of the benefits.
Yeah.
Let's see what the
I don't
side
know. I
effects
heard
are
it
really
could,
like.
there's a lot of good benefits to it. Like I know it gets a lot of heat for whatever reason, but yeah, testosterone I think is something good for you, especially if your levels are low.
So, I'm showing Roger here a picture of gynecomastia, which
Yeah.
is when guys who do steroids they start getting the saggy tits.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah,
Dude,
that would suck.
I know somebody who has it.
Then you have to wear a sweatshirt in the summertime.
he
Oh,
basically, like he got married, and him and his wife got married like in some island, and then they posted the pictures, and there's one picture where he just titties, like, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I always knew he was
so
a
so
steroids.
so, but Jose, was he working out and then he stopped, or
No, it's just like some people develop that, reaction.
wow? And even if you stop taking the test, it
If you
doesn't go away.
cycle off, I mean, like, yeah, you can still get it, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth
I don't
the
think it's
risk.
worth it.
Raj, you should absolutely do it though.
No.
Yeah.
Why? Why should I do it?
Smaller testicles, bigger titties.
It's great. It sounds awesome.
Sounds.
Yo,
sounds up my
I'm more
alley.
worried about my cardiovascular health, right? Like what does it do to your cardiovascular
Dude,
system?
I think that
Nothing.
that
It just
is
gives you bigger
nonsense.
muscles.
Dude,
I think it's nonsense.
let me tell you, I went to the doctor not too long ago.
Yeah.
Cardiovascular health is amazing. My resting heart rate was 45.
Yeah, mine's pretty low too, but it's not. I don't know what it is, but I know it was way better than it's.
So
ever
the
been.
nurse came in and she's like, there's no way. Let me try out another finger. And she put it in another finger. She's like, it's
You're
45.
almost dead.
Like, she's like,
You're almost dead.
she's like, and I'm freaking out. Like, what are you talking about? And she's
Get
like,
the bell
it's,
ready.
It's 45. And I was like,
Get the
okay. And she's like, oh, like, let me talk to the doctor. We'll be right in. And then she came in and she's like, how much do you work out? And I told her, and she's like, this speaks great for, what an athlete you are. I'm like, awesome.
I'm an awesome
Awesome.
athlete. I agree.
Right?
100%. I agree.
Here's
doctor.
the kicker, right? Like
Your
she's
scientific
like,
opinion.
No, she was like, like this
course.
speaks great. She's like, if you were like a 90-year-old, like grandma here, like I'll be worried about.
Got your back, though. I make sure you
But
got the bell, bro.
Because
I'll make sure you got the
of
bell.
how much you work out, like, and all that stuff. Like I, this is great. So I came home all happy, and I'm like telling my wife, like, guess what? You got a freaking athlete as a husband. And she was like, now imagine what would it be if you actually did take care of yourself. Like, thanks for ruining my day.
I don't know. Roger and I were on a call. I don't want to put him on blast on the podcast.
Put him on blast.
But
Go
if he
for it.
wants to share his story,
What?
it was
Which
Go
story?
Go for it.
There's a
Go
lot
for
of
it.
them.
Do it.
the minor fender bender.
He's stinking.
The minor
last-
fender
which
bender.
one?
We were on a call. He's like, nope. I got you.
Yeah, no. It's not that funny. I got in a lot of trouble. I know.
That's the funny part to me, but I know it's not funny to you, but
I was on a call.
We can cut
No,
it out of that. I want to know.
I was on a call with Pierro, right? And my wife had called me. I said, "Hold on a minute, Pierre. Give me a few minutes." She called me. She said, "I got a really bad day. I'm really upset." I was like, "It's really important. You need me to get off my work call." She's like, "No, I'll talk to you about it when I get home." It's like, "Cool." I was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "You sound stressed out. I'm worried. Like you sound like you really need to talk to me. It's totally fine." She's like, "No, it's not like that big of a deal." So I was like, "Cool." In my mind, a switch flipped. It's not a big deal. So another half hour goes by. I then get a text from her friend saying, "Lauren's really upset. Meet her outside." Then I get another call from my wife saying, "Hey, can you come outside?" So I'm under the impression that this isn't a big deal and that can wait. I don't need to get off the call. I'm going to finish the call with Pierre. We're going to finish what we're doing. Then I'm going to go down there. My wife appears in my office, standing in the doorway. Does not look happy. So a minor fender bender, and I went outside, and there's like a little rub on the back, and like you could wipe it off with your hand, but it became a big deal because the girl that her and another nurse backed up into each other in a parking lot. But the sun was out, the car's blind spot was blinded, in fact, and it was so minor. But the girl had existing damage, and she started sending the circles with arrows pictures to my wife. And I do that all the time. I'm like, over here. So I was like, this isn't that big of a deal, and I was like, like, did you back up into her? This might be our fault. And it wasn't, and nothing came of it at all. But because I didn't,
Go right away.
it was my fault, and I did not react well. Even though I was just kind of like blasé about it, sort of. But yeah, I was in trouble that day, and I did apologizing. Matter of fact, I'm going to stop and get flowers for my wife and take them to her at work right now. Thank you for reminding me, Pierro.
Yeah.
To air.
It was just fun being on the call for that.
I'm sure he loved it.
You better do the flowers thing.
Yo,
because now she's going to listen to a podcast and she's
I know.
like, I never got flowers.
I'll be like, I'm just going to show up at work, but like, here, we had a podcast today. No, Pierro was like, he was like a child on the call at work. He's like, ooh, you're in trouble. He was pointing and laughing.
Dude, her tone said it all. Like he was in trouble,
dude. Oh, downstairs, it was hilarious right before the podcast. I was trying to get Roger in trouble.
Yeah, you got yourself in trouble.
I got myself in trouble. Not really. It was like, so we were talking about the whole like engagement ring upgrade. I don't know if you
after certain years, you get extra.
Yeah. Nah. And he's like, nah. so he had that conversation with his wife, and she said, like, no, she wants to keep the ring. And let this be the record if that's not true.
No, so so the way you do it is you upgrade the stone, you trade the existing stone in for a bigger one, so it's the cost isn't that bad. But she's like, no, I got to keep all of it. We're just gonna get an extra.
Yeah.
She
wants to get.
Yeah, so it's the extra one, which is okay.
I thought you were saying that she didn't want to do it. I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
No, who doesn't want like a nice new ring for her husband?
Yeah, I thought that's what you were saying too. Because then I started throwing. I was like, yeah, you could get her other stuff like a tennis bracelet full of diamonds, and my wife goes, I never got a tennis bracelet full of diamonds. And I was like, shit. I meant to say Christmas earrings and necklace.
She already said.
And she's like, no. Tennis bracelets, diamonds. That's what I want.
And I'm going to tell you what, Pierro, as soon as he said tennis bracelets, I saw the look in her eye. She reached her arm out in front of her and like imagined it on her wrist. It's too late now. It has to happen now.
So now I'm on the lookout.
Yeah. I'll hook you up with a good jeweler. A little personal touch to it. It'd be nice.
Yo, those cubic zirconias look. Actually, they're growing diamonds right now, man.
Dude, don't.
All right.
It has to be a blood diamond. Or no diamond at all.
Not to out her here, but my wife has a diamond tester.
Oh, get out.
The loop and everything. It's like, that GIA number is very
Cut that from the podcast. No one knows about the testers. Keep that out of here.
Well, they have labs now and machines where they're growing diamonds.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
not gonna cut it.
Yeah, it doesn't cut it.
No,
they're
real.
It's not the same.
Nope, not the same.
It's not the same.
Why? Because someone didn't chisel it out of the side of a mountain.
Because a child didn't chisel it out of the side of a cave. No, but they are different. They say they're the same. They create them under pressure, but it's not the same when you think about it as like, the remnants of a star that exploded and sent some rocks to Earth. And then over time, naturally, it was under pressure for millions of years to form this thing. There's like a story behind it.
Yeah.
That and it's super sparkly.
Yeah.
And
I just feel like the rings don't hold their value. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
they do.
It was an investment
Really?
for us. Yeah. Dude, it's worth
when we
a lot
upgraded
now.
and we basically gave the diamond to do it.
The
cut
stone
a chunk.
itself?
Yeah.
Pete, think about
Yeah.
it like the treasure chest, right? You're putting like jewels and gold and silver into the treasure. That's what it's kind of like.
Right.
That's how I think about it. It's an investment.
And it's insured.
We'll
There you go.
we'll get you on board. You're about to have a $9,000 Christmas present. Yes, you are. Yep.
What's Megan's number? We're gonna send her this podcast.
She probably listens. My wife listens every week.
Yeah,
my wife's looking for
No
it.
idea. no idea it exists.
You shouldn't withhold information like that, Pierro. You should feel shame.
It's all about ruining people's life one episode at
At
a
a
time.
time.
And with that, let's wrap it up, guys.
Let's wrap it.
Good talking. Have a good one.
Good talking, guys. Love chopping it up with you.
See you next week. Bye.
Ciao.